guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Foss from Kyuujin, and today we are finally back, guys, with Newport Beach, or DOC.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Season 2, Episode 8, The Power of Love. Sorry. So yes, it has been a while, a little more, more than a year. If you've been following us on community, you know what happened, and I talked about this online, so you can check it out if you're curious. But the most important thing is that we are back, we're healthy, and we're ready to keep going with this show.
More teen drama.
Yes,
Bring it
we
on.
love teen drama. So please indulge us. It has been so long that, there's quite a few details we may have forgotten. So what we remember is that last episode, Marissa's dad decided to leave. He found a job in Maui, and no one had a say in him leaving, and he convinced Marissa. Well, he didn't convince Marissa. Marissa was crying, and she felt abandoned, and he told her, like, it's fine, you can visit me, but the real thing is he's leaving, and he's leaving her behind with her mom, and she doesn't like that.
Yeah.
So other things that have been going on, but as we watch the episode, we'll remember. And there's a recap in the episode too, so that's gonna help.
Well, I do remember that Ryan's new flame is technically the half-sister of Kirsten.
And he's part of the family, so yeah,
It's
a bit fucked up.
He's kissing his step-aunt, I guess, yeah.
Sort of. Yeah, adoptive step aunt.
Yeah.
Teen drama. In any case, we will see where we were. We'll remember the details as we watch this episode. So please give us a little bit of time to go back into things, but it will be fun, all right? So let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, you guys, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
In the meantime, let's go.
I did a musical or two myself in college.
Please stop him before he starts singing Grease Lightning.
Is there going to be a musical? Good morning, you're picking up the phone.
Hey,
Sorry.
I was hoping you'd answer. If you're alone, cough twice. I'm alone. It's not his stuff, but it works too. Where are you? Well, you remember last night when I said that I was going to bed? Didn't happen now. No, it did. Just not my bed. Seth, your parents are both awake. Yeah, that's why I need you to cover for me. Yeah, let me think about that.
No.
He is gonna cover for
Ryan, think of my parents for a second, okay? They don't want to know I spent all night with a lady. It's only going to hurt and upset them. You know how fragile they are in the mornings?
It's for their own good. Please give me a musical.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you as well.
You forgot.
Apparently you did.
I need to go and buy a gift for my wife.
Oh, I love you more now than I did 19 years ago.
19, 20.
You love me more now than you did the year after we got married.
20 years.
No, come honey, come on. If I had thought this was our 19th anniversary, I would not have planned a celebration. Only worthy of your 20th.
He's gonna have to
You planned something.
pick something up. Hopefully everything is open and he can go anywhere.
I gotta go. Seth left early for school. He had a report to finish, I think. A report?
Bored?
About what?
Like they'll
History
believe
of
that.
agriculture in 20th century California.
Wow.
Happy anniversary. Hey,
Oh, he remembered.
I've been lied to by the best. He snuck out to see his girlfriend, didn't he?
Nope.
Oh. California, here we come. Right back where we started from. California. Oh no. I don't have any breath. Here in
It is short, but it is sweet.
Yeah.
And Seth, you're in trouble, my man.
Yeah, and Sandy, you're in trouble as well. Cohen men are in trouble.
Agriculture.
I just think it's a matter of time before Kirsten catches on. I mean, she's already pretty mad at Seth and Sandy.
Well, tell her. Could we wait a little bit? We're still getting to know each other.
I know. Just don't have to lie about it.
I don't need to
I
either.
think it's better not to lie.
Believe me.
It is awkward, but as soon as she knows, she can start getting used to it.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's not.
She
you
won't.
know.
She won't be as hurt if you don't lie to her.
Do you know what this weekend is?
Our 20th.
Anniversary.
All the kids know, but you don't. Ouch.
That's right.
She's disappointed.
And I have been looking forward to this weekend for quite a while.
He deserves to be treated like this for a little
And if we
bit.
can't trust you by yourselves, I'll have to stay with your grandfather. Which means you'll be spending the weekend with Julie Cooper.
Yeah.
With no process.
Good. Now go do your homework.
Anything else but Julie Cooper. Would you be pissed if your husband forgot your anniversary?
Strike terror in the hearts of children everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm the type to forget dates too, though, so I don't know.
Schedule a couple's maybe we're handling this in the wrong way.
Post-grounding guilt. You're such a convincing hard ass. Deep down, you're such a softie.
Well, if all we do is send them to their rooms to do their homework, we're supposed to be setting a good example. How can we do that if they're not even in the same room as us?
So you want to cancel this weekend?
Well, maybe we could log some quality parent-child time right now.
Watching TV.
He's with his girlfriend.
It's Bill O'Reilly. That'll be punishment enough. Let me get Seth.
Oh, fud.
Well,
I sent you up to start serving tonight.
About to sneak out again?
You've got to be kidding me.
And she's... You're not being subtle.
Ryan!
Physics thing.
Fix emotion, stay emotion.
I mean, they're trying to study.
By what? Studying anatomy? This is our homework for biology class.
Well, I mean, now the secret is out.
Yeah.
Marissa, honey, wait. I'm late for school. I just wanted to remind you about the photo shoot tomorrow.
She doesn't give a shit.
It's me or shirt is see-through?
Look, this is the only family we have, and I really want it to work, and not just for the photo shoot. You know, maybe we should take that trip to Puerto Vallarta. So now you're bribing me? Does that mean you'll be there?
Is it working?
You know what? Sure. I'll even bring DJ. Marissa, he's not even our yard guy anymore. You understand this is a portrait of our lives. And DJ is a part of my life. So I'll see if he's free and we'll get back to you.
I get why she's doing that. I will say one thing. When you take photos of family that are supposed to last a long time, never get a picture. Well, I mean, you can get one, but don't put your boyfriend, girlfriends in the picture.
Of the moment?
Well, we...
Yeah, because you never know. And you don't want the ex in your family portrait.
Towards Kirsten.
I'm Seth's dad.
The humiliation.
Well, I came to apologize for keeping Seth from sneaking out of the house to see you last night.
You want me to stop seeing him, don't you?
Yeah. But seeing how he's a teenage boy and you've got tattoos and run a rock and roll club, I'm not expecting any miracles.
It's the tattoos.
So what is this, a warning?
Oh, you're a little edgy around figures of authority, aren't you? You're a bartender. You listen to people's problems. You're mine. This is my 20th anniversary.
Can I trust you? Can you help me?
So low. My wife is convinced she can't leave Seth alone.
You need me to babysit?
Cute.
You think I'm corrupting him?
I think you're a smart girl, and I think he'll listen to you.
No dad has ever asked me to straighten out his son before.
I really don't like going behind his back, but I think sometimes in order to be a good dad, you gotta be a bad guy.
How about you visit him? No one's checking on you at home. How about you visit Seth instead of he sneaks out?
Yeah.
Hey, well, listen, you stop over at the house anytime, Kirsten. I'll be very happy to ground you too.
Don't bother too much, you might be into it.
If she's about, I don't think she's gonna stay Seth's girlfriend because I think Seth and Summer are endgame. But
Yeah.
if she wants to stay with Seth, she needs to be in the good graces of his parents, have a good relationship with them.
Yeah.
It helps.
What are we doing?
I call this part prep in the oven.
No, what
Oh my
are we doing
God.
in the larger sense?
Something happened.
Your parents are worried about you.
My parents, how would you even know about?
Oh, Dad.
Did my dad come by the club?
Your dad stopped by the club. I've never listened to my own parents. Suddenly I feel compelled to listen to yours.
Because you care about him.
has an effect on people.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
But tell your parents happy anniversary.
Oh no.
There's a way to do this without pissing off the parents.
They can't be left alone.
Honey, the teenagers, they like girls.
One of which happens to be my sister.
So what? We're gonna forbid them?
Well, not you. And you're too busy being their best friend. I'm the one that has to enforce all the rules.
I've never done more grounding than I have in the last 24 hours.
Who let Seth run away to Portland?
We're talking about this
And
now?
who went up there and told him he could stay?
It's a good thing I did.
That's why this is happening, because he thinks he can do whatever he wants, and you'll just keep me from coming down on him.
You think somebody can stop you from coming down on somebody?
Right.
And I should find it adorable that you forgot our anniversary.
She has a point. He's got a point too, but
Cancel the reservations.
Kirsten.
he's used to working with difficult kids, so his way of dealing with his sons is different, but
Let's do this thing. What do we do? Are you angry at us? No. Then it's about the girl. I just, whenever I'm around her, I feel like I constantly have to prove to her that I deserve to be around her. Even if it's at the expense of your parents' relationship.
this is not good. No matter how great the girl is, if that's how you are around her, that's not good.
Yeah, nope.
So, the last time I checked in with you, you and Lindsay were headed into the friend zone.
We were, and I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? I'm afraid it's a little late for apologies. My wedding anniversary weekend is officially ruined.
You all messed up. Show up dressed like in Greece and do something. They referenced it in the recap. It's gonna happen.
Please, whatever you were chatting about, continue. I'm a listener. I was saying that what's happening in Kashmir just shows us how countries can be. I know. Pashmina's the season.
Girl.
Oh, not the same thing.
She doesn't fit in.
Kashmir, as in the disputed region between India and Pakistan. They fought 3 wars over it. Yes, totally, Kashmir.
She reminds me of Seth when he met her dad.
For the first time, yeah.
What do you agree with? Do you think the Indians should cede Kashmir to the Pakistanis, or should remain an independent state? Yeah, tough call.
Do not embark on a conversation that you're not ready for.
When you don't know about the subject, don't pretend to know. Ask questions.
You know, you are just so tan. Zach here tells me you studied abroad. In St. Bart's, perhaps? I was building an irrigation system in a village in southern India.
She couldn't be any more different. They're not gonna like her.
My face is gonna freeze in this position unless you push the button.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh.
You can all smile.
I am smiling, damn it.
Oh yeah, they look like a family. And she's like that on the side.
He's comfortable alone.
Oh my
Can you
god.
reschedule?
I'll handle this.
Handle what? Tell him to come back tomorrow. And check for poison oak.
He doesn't know.
Either DJ's in the photo or I'm out. It's up to you.
I'll save you the hard choice.
It works for me.
Thanks a lot.
He's being used as a tool against her mom, and I don't like that.
I mean, I'm not against having boyfriends and girlfriends and family photos, but you need to take multiples with and
She lied to
without.
him so he would show it up because she knew he wouldn't if he told.
Registration.
She
Yeah.
told him, but she's using him to piss off her mom.
Thank you for not causing work.
You know, the nickel on the end of my name allows me to write you a check with a few zeros on the end of it.
What are you talking about?
To
You say
leave.
$5,000. Never to see my daughter again?
Go.
Oh,
This
you
is
are
bad.
such.
You and I both know Marissa's just using you to get back at me. What do you think today was all about?
That's gonna hit close to home. Are we on our way to break up all the relationships? Suddenly? Like,
I mean, we're almost half season. We need something.
because like, it doesn't really matter what he decides. If he keeps the check and Marissa finds it,
No, that's overdue.
Let's go. Let's get ready.
Get ready for what?
My dear, maybe you've forgotten, but it's our 20th anniversary and I'm taking you to the Arches.
You've got to be kidding.
No, I know what you're worried about. Never fear. I've hired some babysitters. Fellas,
oh,
2 of Orange County's finest. We've been friends since I worked the PD's office.
Couldn't have
Well.
it better.
You boys will be...
it works.
If they step out of the line with these two, I mean.
I'm sorry I brought up Portland last night. That wasn't your fault. It's just Seth is growing up so fast and I don't want to lose him.
Let's stop apologizing, okay? Let's just enjoy ourselves.
Oh, God.
What's wrong?
I don't know how they did it, Sandy, but we went outside for a second. They were gone.
Why? Boys, why? One night only and you do this?
I cannot believe
Teenagers.
what Chuck said to the...
They prepared something. They have.
Yay, they might have to do something for the anniversary.
They did something because they love them too much.
Yeah.
If they didn't, I'm
Oh,
disappointed.
please, I hope they did something. Do you think that Sandy might have been on the coup?
Maybe.
Everything I said was feeling sorry, wanting to reform the whole honest. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
So now you admit that you were Mr. Nice Guy.
He's gonna turn into John Travolta.
Don't make this
Okay, no.
show united. So,
I knew it. Okay.
You planned all this?
Well, I prefer the term orchestrated. So, we're here tonight to celebrate the marriage of Sandy and Kirsten Cullen.
People's good moves.
We all know the fact that your marriage can survive the two of us is truly inspiring. To Sandy and Kirsten.
He's preparing for something. Come on. I got chance. Come on.
So now for the evening. Back in the day, Sandy Cohen could cut a pretty sweet tuna.
You're not going up there.
Yep.
Baby, I'm gone.
Yes.
Cohen in the news. I'd like to dedicate this song to the love of my life, and I hope maybe in another 20 years she might forgive me for this.
It's not the one I hope, but it's okay.
If your expectations aren't met in me today. There you are.
I'm reading about these attacks on the Hungarian minority in Serbia.
He probably loves that she's making an effort.
I think I know what's going on here. Summer, there's lots of ways to be smart, and I like you because you're different from my family.
Then you must like me a whole lot.
Good.
Look, I know why you're down, but the truth is you are better off.
You don't even know him.
I know that I offered him $5,000 as a test to stay away, and he took it.
I want him to come back and throw the check in her face. It's not like she made it a real choice. Like she was like, oh, like she manipulated you instead. Like she pushed him to take the check. Didn't give him a chance.
I'm really sorry that I freaked out.
We should have told you. More than anything, you two should be friends.
We will. But right now, I think you two should go and dance.
Thank you. Approval?
What about...
She wanted me to ask you
Can I have this dance?
if you wanted to dance with me.
Yes. He's giving it his all.
Where have you been? I've been calling you all day.
I know. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry.
So you took the money.
No, but that doesn't change anything.
I know you're upset, but please, don't let my mom be the
So
reason.
this isn't
It's
about your
you.
mom.
I mean, if she wasn't against us, then there
Then
wouldn't be
you
any
probably wouldn't have dated me in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you didn't like me. Just not as much as you hate her.
She used him to get back at her mom.
I'm sorry.
Why? We had fun.
At least he's so sweet.
Seriously, I really hope that somehow they're gonna mend the relationship,
Her and her mom?
but they both need to have a
They need to work.
self-reflection and change. Whew, so much to discuss.
As always, because somehow the teen drama is always the show where we
Okay.
never
First
have
of
problems
all,
discussing.
would you
Which couple do you want to talk about first?
oh, Sandy and Kirsten.
Okay.
They're the main storyline of this episode right now.
The thing is, I'm the type of person who forgets about like what day of the week this is. When I was a teenager, it was easy, but as soon as I started, working from home and stuff like that, and even a bit before that, like I just didn't really pay attention to days of the week. So I constantly have to look at my schedule and remember which day is tomorrow. So what do I have to upload and stuff like that. Like so, because of the job, I keep an eye on the schedule. But me on my own, I don't remember dates, and I'm good at remembering my friends' birthdays. But if it was tomorrow, I would be the type to be like, wait. What day is it tomorrow? Oh shit, like, I'm that type. So if I'm capable of forgetting, I would never really be pissed at someone for forgetting to. I would play it off like, oh, you don't remember. Like, I did that once with my friends. They forgot it was my birthday.
What I mean,
it's it's bigger than an anniversary, than a birthday here, but...
Yeah, but I mean, I recall that one day I, on purpose, did not wish you a happy birthday all day. And I wait like by the end of it around midnight to tell you happy birthday on purpose.
Yeah, I remember that. But
I'm sorry.
So like I know I forget, so I make a lot of I put a lot of efforts into trying to remember, or at least looking at what day it is when I know the birthday's coming up or some anniversaries are coming up. So I try to look it up because I never forget. But if someone forgets, I'm just gonna be playing like, I'm gonna be playing the offended, like, oh no, you forgot and stuff, like you must not love me, like something like that. But I always forgive, especially since like here he forgot, but he tried so hard to make it up to her.
That's the thing. I understand that people might be pissed that your significant other forgot your wedding anniversary, but what I would that would be worse if he forgot about it and he did not try to make it up for it.
Like, it obviously mattered to him, and that's why it's fine. Like, that's why I think she's fine with it at the end. It's just there were a lot of other things that were bugging her in that moment, so that was just another one on top of the whole thing. And they were pissed at each other for other reasons, which we can talk about after. But the whole forgetting the anniversary thing, I get it. It happens. He made it up to her. I think the worst would be that he thought it was their 19th anniversary and it was their 20th. But
I could forgive that you forgot. Is this the 20th or the 90th? I mean, those things you could forget sometimes.
For some people, remembering the date is really important, but for others, it's not. And he forgot, but he definitely loves her, and he proved it in this episode. So I think that's sweet, and that's why she still loves him and she moves on. Like, if it was a problem that came back every time and he didn't really care, maybe, but he obviously loves her. Like, there's no denying that he loves her. So I'm fine with that. But the biggest problem between them two was their parenting style, I think.
It's true, but I mean, different couples, different families have their own way to parent their kids. But I mean, the main thing is that both of them are willing to be have the same conduct. Like, they both have the same goals and how they want to raise their kids.
Some parents would be saying that one of the two is the strict parent and the other one is the friend parent. So the fun parent and the bad parent, the one that has to discipline the kids, and the one that is like, oh, go ask the other one. Like, I don't want to tell you no, so you go to the other parent.
Yeah.
So a lot of couples, especially in movies, would be saying that there's always one that does the fun stuff and one that does the discipline stuff, and it messes up, their image in the eyes of the kid. It's not fun to be the strict parent because you're the one that the kids, when they resent someone, they resent you. So, and they're always happy to walk all over the other parent, and they go to him for stuff. And so Sandy would be the fun parent, and Kirsten would be the strict parent, which is bullshit because at the end of the day they both discipline their kids and they both have their fun moments. And so it's in this moment she kind of brought up a thing about Sandy, which is true. He tends to be more friends with his kids. He tends to connect with them a little bit better, or at least he tries, because I think that's how he works.
But I think that's the way that some parents want to try to have a discussion with their kids and try to explain and make them understand the problems.
It's true though that the way
others will try to just be more harsh on them.
It's true that the way he does things kind of gives the impression that they can walk all over him and do whatever they want. And whenever he's being strict, like he called it the wrath of God or something, like right after that they left. They did what he told them not to do.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, when you're too soft, sometimes when you're the friend, they think that they can do whatever they want, and there's no punishment, or they don't fear the punishment. I mean, I remember when we were kids, it changed over time, but when we were kids and our dad was pissed at us, we would be not afraid, like, it wasn't an abusive...
We were shitting our pants.
No, but like, a punishment from
received
dad...
the wrath of God.
A punishment from dad was the punishment. Like, we did not want to anger him. It was terrible. And when our mom got angry, when we were kids, I remember laughing. I thought it was funny when she got angry because I didn't take her seriously.
Seriously?
Her punishments always felt like they never lasted. Like, if she told us to wait in the corner for 30 minutes, it would be 5 minutes and she would be like, oh, okay, no, it's fine. You know, it changed over time. When I got to teenage years, it switched. Then my dad, he would still get angry, but most often he would get angry at our brother.
Yeah.
And whenever he got, angry in general, I would be more pissed at my brother and not be, freaking out over him being pissed. And my mom, I would get into fights with her.
It's funny that you said that you used to laugh at mom's punishment
You never
because
knew that?
I used to do the same with dad's punishment when I grew older.
But that's the thing. It
I
switched.
mean, he was really angry at me, and I was trying not to laugh.
It switched. And it's not because they never, carried through with their punishments, but I guess when we got older, our dad just didn't give a shit as much. Like, and when we were kids, he had this huge voice, and he was like, he would get angry, and it would be, we would be afraid. We'd like, oh, we don't want him to be angry at us, and our mom would just not sound as terrible or something like that.
No,
I'm not using the right words, but I would laugh when my mom got angry when I was a little kid, and when I got to teenage years, it switched. I would be like, meh. When my dad is angry, it's not serious, and when my mom is angry, it turns into a fight. So with Sandy and Kirsten, it's kind of the same. When Sandy gets mad, it's like, man, whatever. And when Kirsten gets mad, like, oh shit, like the real punishment is about to begin. But so I get why she would be mad, and I think the fact that she brought back Portland means that she still has that these feelings, this resentment inside of her of this happened and he allowed it to happen, and they never really. I mean, they talked about it, but the fact that she brings it up now means that she never really let go of those feelings. And he did do that. He did leave him in Portland.
Yeah,
I think that's because Sandy works.
By doing so, he was right. If you forced Seth to come back home, he would have probably just left and never come back.
But she's a mama bear.
He needed to be shown that his parents trusted him enough to make his decision to come back on his own.
But she a lot of moms, the mom stereotype is like that. She wants her babies close to her. She wants to hang on to them. Like it does matter what they think and what they feel, but she believes the best thing for them is to be together as a family, and there's no going away. Like she would rather have him in their home forever. Like it's the mom personality / stereotype. Whereas he works with kids who have troubles and kids who probably come from destroyed families and problem families, so he's used to handling things differently.
He needs to be more understanding.
So I think that's why he does that with Seth and Ryan, but I understand why she clashes with that mentality. But the important thing which they showed in this episode is that they work together. So his way of parenting is one thing, her way of parenting is another. If his way doesn't work and she tells him to do some things her way and he does it, then in my mind it's a good team.
That's the thing. You can have two really different way of thinking of how kids should be raised or disciplined, but at the end of the day you need to be a team with your partner.
You should be willing to listen to the other's idea. So not the kids. I think the easiest is Marissa and DJ, because we've talked about this so many times.
Sweetie, do not change yourself completely for someone that you care about, because that isn't love.
Who are you talking about? I said Marissa and DJ.
Oh, okay. I just said Summer and her boyfriend.
No.
Sorry.
Marissa and DJ.
Okay, wrong speech, wrong time. Marissa and DJ. Sweetie, you shouldn't be with a guy just to piss your mom off.
A lot of Marissa's problems and a lot of what she does in life is because of her problems with her mom. She drinks because she rebels. She parties because she rebels. Her mom pisses her off. She lashes out.
She broke it hard because she rebels.
She does stuff because she wants to piss off her mom. Like she's not. She keeps saying she wants to, get away from her mother, that she doesn't want to associate with her. But so much of Marissa exists because of Julie. So she wants to free herself from her mom, but she's just pushing the issue even more.
Freeing herself from her mom would mean that she do not care about what she's doing.
Well, Julie doesn't care.
Indifference will be probably the best way to get back at her mom.
I'm not saying
do what you think. I do not care. It doesn't matter to me. But she's not doing it. She does care, and she does react really ferociously.
She's
what
a
her mom is
teenager.
doing.
What her mom does right now is impacting her life. So being indifferent is easy when you don't live with her, but right now it's not that easy. I think that where she really makes mistakes is when she allows her whole life to be changed because of that hatred. Like she finding a boyfriend just to piss her off, you know, convincing yourself that you're in love with the guy, but really you're doing that to get back at Julie. That's bad for you. That's bad for the guy. And I'm actually happy he figured it out this episode because if it had kept going,
he deserved better.
He does deserve better, and he was sweet, and at least like the breakup was clean and nice, so they can move on. But the whole Julie thing, this episode, like her offering money to DJ, like she says she cares, but the thing with Julie is I think she only cares about what she imagines her daughter should be. Like she cares about the image in her mind of her daughter that she has, but she doesn't care about what Marissa is today, and she doesn't want to know what that Marissa is and how she is.
I mean, I'm sure a part of her really cares about her daughters, wants for her well-being, but the other side of her that is really more concerned about image, about what she should represent as a family
that
unit.
That one is bigger.
Yeah.
It's sad because like they could work on this and they could so many times Marissa has called for help and Julie made, you know, little efforts here and there, but then the episode after she turns around and does worse. Yeah. So I do think she cares. What will it take
for her to have her wake up call?
I don't know.
I mean, did Marissa had a
close death?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost. Like I was about to say, for some people who are fucking hard to, you know, convince, close to death experience would be the thing that wakes you up.
She did have one. She almost overdosed.
I know, right? but Julie didn't change. Like if anything, it made it worse because she feels that her image is so important. Like she comes from, you know, we know she comes from a poor background, and it's so important to her to project this idea that she's in control of her family, that she's got her whole life, you know, perfect the way she wants it, perfect husband, money, perfect kids. Unfortunately, because of that, she worries more about this image than the actual people. So when Marissa is not being exactly like she wants her to be, it makes problems, and she's willing to pay boyfriends and just do shit behind her back, not caring what it does, even though she was right that Marissa was using DJ. It's not right to go behind her back to offer money to a guy so he leaves your daughter. What do you think it's going to do to your daughter? You know, you're assuming, like, we know it was true, but she doesn't know Marissa enough to truly, you know, make that judgment. So what if she truly cared for DJ and stuff? Like, what do you think it's going to do? She's lucky that the breakup was nice and DJ came back to say goodbye, but she's going to hate her mom even more for doing that. She's not good at this. She's really not good at this.
Yeah.
She needs to stop caring about the opinion of others and focus more on her daughter. And Marissa needs to give Julie more the benefit of the doubt, but for her own case, I will say that Julie in the past has not listened. So I get why she's not trying anymore.
Here's the thing though. Did Marissa ever try to have a real conversation with her mom? Not a screaming match.
She tried to talk to her in the past. I mean, whenever she was in hospital or she was doing really bad, like she would start crying and she would try to tell her things, and it always turned into fights because they don't listen to each other. But she's tried to talk to her. Maybe she's not good at communicating, but she's tried.
The problem might be there then.
When Julie tried to send her away, she told her that this was not what she needed, and Julie insisted because she believes she knows what's right and what Marissa needs. But it's tainted by her need to portray an image of the perfect family, which she doesn't have. Hell, she has a daughter we never see. I don't even know where she is.
Where is she right now?
I don't know. They didn't want to pay for another actress, so they left her away. In any case, we'll see. I mean, I don't have high hopes for this relationship, but I'm always afraid of what's going to happen next with these two because, like, we never know what Marissa might do to lash out. And Julie's not listening.
Caleb isn't really interested either in his new family,
He's not there for them.
True.
Like, he's fine with Julie, but, like, he wants the wife and stuff, but he doesn't care for the kids. I think, like, he gives them money and stuff, and he's fine with having a good relationship with them, but, like, he's not willing to make efforts, and they're not willing to make efforts. They're too old. And he's too old. In any case.
Brian and Lindsay.
So for that whole thing, I'm like, in teen dramas, of course, they're going to make a big deal out of it. And in real life, it would probably also be awkward. But personally, I think that they're making this to be a bigger thing than what it is. Because, yes, I get that Kirsten wants to connect with Lindsay as a sister. But she already had a relationship with Ryan. And Ryan is not Kirsten's biological son. He is her son, but still. So it's not disgusting. It is weird, but it's not disgusting, and it's not illegal or anything. And Kirsten and Lindsay, first of all, the age difference is going to make it really hard for them to truly connect as sisters, as friends even, because like there's no way, like they can connect as kind of like a parent-child situation, kind of like she connects with Ryan, but they're not going to like the same music. They're not going to like necessarily the same movies. They don't have the same background or experience.
Yeah.
Like, how are they going to connect in any way?
The only connection right now is through Ryan, basically.
Yeah, and it's not like they share anything when it comes to memories, family. Like, they didn't know they were sisters until very recently. So, I'm not saying it's impossible. I know that they are sisters, brothers, siblings who connect with their siblings with a big age difference, or you come from a different background and you can connect to people. You adopt a child and you can connect with that child.
Yeah.
Like it can happen, but the differences are so big that I don't see why Ryan and Lindsay together should bother anyone in this scenario, because it's not like he started dating her. What's her name?
Lindsay?
No, her sister who left, who was with Jimmy. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, I remember. The one
Yeah.
who played in The Mentalist.
Like that would be.
I forgot her name, sorry.
That would be even worse because they grew up together.
She's
they
an
share.
adult also.
Yeah, so like, he has the same age. He's a boy who met a girl. They care about each other. They were together before the whole revelation thing. I think it works, and I don't see why they freaked out over it so much, and I'm actually happy that she allowed them to be together in the end.
Well, I mean, I think the fact is mostly everything just happened at the same moment.
I know. I understand. I understand why she's freaking out about it, but I personally think that you should, look at this whole situation with a more mature look and more understanding, and just let it be, because is it really gonna bother you?
Do you recall the movie, I think it was A Perfect Man,
No.
where the main character, I forgot who played her, wanted to find someone and she had two love interests, and the one that she ended up with, well, our mom went with his father. So, things happen,
Well, this is weird too, but yeah, it's a little less weird maybe than for your son to date your sister. If you put it like that, it's really weird. It's just that there are so many little details that,
But it's not, it's still your half-sister, not your...
Your half-sister who you never met before recently, who has such an age difference with you that she could be your kid. Like, there are ways to connect with her and be close to her without making it weird with Ryan. Like, I think it's because she had in her mind this whole idea of having Lindsay as a sister, accepting her in the family and stuff, and to see her with Ryan kind of broke that image, because it meant that, I'm never going to really connect with her in that way.
As a sister, because she's going to be my daughter-in-law, basically.
But, like, daughters-in-law, I'm not saying she's ever going to marry Ryan, but...
No, but she's... by dating Ryan, she's closer to the daughter-in-law title than her sister title.
So then daughters-in-law, though, can connect with their mothers-in-law and be really close to them and, talk to them, give them, secrets and stuff. Like, it happens, so... I'm glad they went, they did what I thought they should have done, which is allow it to happen. Lindsay and Ryan are sweet together. It's fine. It's nice to see Ryan be in a relationship where he doesn't have to constantly worry about his girlfriend and save her and stuff.
A relationship that is more healthy?
It's cuter when he's with Marissa. It's more tragic. It's the passion, but now he's actually more happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer him to be happy.
And the same goes for Seth and Alex. I feel like Alex comes from a broken family where her parents never really cared about her, especially this episode. Like, she really hinted that she got kicked out because, her parents didn't give a shit. And
But that's the thing with most people. Well, usually you're gonna criticize and be really harsh with what you have, like family members, brothers, sisters, because you don't know what it is to not have it anymore. I mean, I understand that some families have a really, really difficult background, but when you have it
You
good,
take family for granted.
yes, that's right.
I know my mom once told me, like, she talked about our brother, and she was like, our brother was doing shitty stuff, and we like, I mean, I don't really care anymore. And she was like, well, he's your brother. And I'm like, yeah, so what? Like, he doesn't call us. We don't have a relationship. Like, I'm not saying I don't love my brother. Like and love. I love my brother, but we don't have a relationship whatsoever. So whenever back then my mother would be like, he's your brother. Like, you're like this. You're connected. I'm like, well, no. Even if he's my brother, a relationship needs to be worked on. You can't take family for granted and just assume they'll be around. Like, a person can get tired of their family members and leave.
True.
So yes, I guess I get Alex's point, especially if she lost her family and she doesn't have that anymore. She'd be like, you're lucky to have someone who cares about you this much and is willing to come talk to me so that I straighten you out. And I think that she's desperate for, you know, what she doesn't have with her parents. She kind of wishes she could have that maybe through Seth and have what he has. And maybe now that they met her, maybe they're going to allow her to show up a little more and connect with her a little bit, even if she's not the perfect version of what they want for a
all
girlfriend.
they know about her is that she's a barmaid, she has tattoos, she has a pub, and because of her relationship with Seth is sneaking out of the house and is not himself.
But it's not her fault.
That's not a good image.
That's his decision, though. That's not her fault. The thing is, like, I get it, though. Like, she's so insecure when it comes to, I think she's really proud of what she is and what she's become, but whenever you had other people, she's afraid of being judged and pushed away and criticized, kind of like Summer got criticized. Like, you want them to love you, and if you don't have that from your own family, it's even worse. Like, you really want others to accept you for who you are, and she's not the stereotypical, you know, girlfriend that they imagined she would be. So she would be scared.
She has tattoos, so no.
Oh, tattoos.
Tattoo rebel.
Yeah, we're punks.
Oh yeah, you're
but
right.
no, I think they're open-minded, and I'm like, if they accepted Ryan, there's no fucking way they can't accept Alex.
But does he have tattoos?
No.
No, so he's fine.
But he almost went to jail.
It's not worse than getting tattoos.
Woo. And I mean, the thing is also, like, it's different though. Accepting Ryan, it's true that accepting Ryan in your family, and you know, Ryan he's intelligent, he's going to school, he's got aspirations, he can change and stuff like that. And he's a being that they accepted in her family, but she's an influence on her son. Yeah. And her son is their baby. So if that changes, God forbid.
But to their for them, it is true that to their credits, thank you. It is true that since he started to have a relationship with Alex, he, like he said, every single time that he's with her, he had in his mind that he needs to prove himself that he deserves to be with her, that is good enough.
Well, I think it's the same for her and him. It's just that they don't talk about this, so they don't realize it. She wants to be good enough for him. He wants to be good enough for her, because they're so different that they feel like there's something missing. Like, when he's with her, he feels that he's so different from the guy she hangs out with, that he's not cool enough, he's not good enough, like, he needs to change.
He needs to build up the bronze.
Yeah, but she feels the same. She feels that since she's like that and he's not, whenever she's with him, she's not good enough, and his parents are not going to love her and stuff. Like, unfortunately, I love them together, but unfortunately, I don't think it makes for a relationship that's going to last, because unless they talk about this and make it right, they're always going to be questioning, like, am I okay with her? Like, it's never going to be perfect, so they need to talk about this. We'll see if they do or if they just move on, but I think that a relationship that starts like this is bound to fail.
Yeah. I mean, the idealistic relationship is one where you're keeping, I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to change yourself for someone if by doing so it's because you want to be a better person for that someone.
But changing your style, but not changing your attitude. No.
You mean when you need to stay yourself, and if you want to change, that person needs to influence you to try to be better. You
Well,
know?
kind of like Summer and Max, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Like she figured out quite easily that she was so different from his family, and I love that he told her that that's what he likes about her, that she's different, and he fell in love with her. So she shouldn't change her whole personality, her whole person to fit in, because like he didn't fall in love with the preppy girl that knows everything about the news and stuff. Like he fell in love with you. So why question that? Like why try to be different? But it's nice that she tried to make an effort, though. That's nice. Like the feelings behind it, the reason why she did it are not good, because that's insecurity. That's feeling that you don't belong, and fearing that he was gonna dump you at the first sign of trouble.
When your boyfriend or girlfriend family seems to you that, oh my god, they're all Ivy League students, they're all really smart, and I'm the dumb one.
You don't feel
that
like
could be really threatening and really.
You don't feel on their level.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, he told her that. I'm glad he told her, because I think this is what Seth and Alex should talk about. You know, how they fell in love with each other like this. Like she told him last episode that she didn't fall in love with a bad boy. Like she fell in love with him, so he shouldn't have to change for her. Not in that way. So yeah.
I mean, you can be interested in her, in what she's passionate about. That's fine. But don't change your whole self because of that.
You make an effort to listen. You make an effort to show up at events, even if you don't care about the events, to be there and support the person. But you don't change everything about yourself. If you do that, why did you fall in love? Like, you don't fall in love with someone because of the idea of what they can become. It's like Julie and Marissa. Like, Marissa is your daughter in this way.
Yeah.
She's not the daughter that you imagine she is. So stop focusing on the image of the daughter and focus on the person. It's the same with all the couples. You're not supposed to fall in love with the image of someone and the promise of someone. You fall in love with the person. And if that person has flaws and they're willing to work on themselves to make the relationship better, then that's good. But if they change their whole persona for you, the match wasn't meant to be.
I mean, a lot of people expect to be able to change someone. I mean, I'm with you. I know that you're a mess, but I know that you can be a better person, that you can be the best of yourself. Yeah.
Depends on the mess. Depends on the mess. Someone with insecurities, someone who has to work on themselves. Like, I can get that. I'm the type of person who would be like that. Like, oh shit, I can help you. Especially in TV shows, I like the broken characters because I'm like, oh, you can help her.
But you know the trope of the bad guy, the good girl want to change him for the better.
I know.
And they just end up getting hurt at the end.
Depends on the bad boy. Some bad boys do change. But
like just in Gilmore Girls.
Well, that's a good example, but we're not watching Gilmore Girls, so I don't want to get into that. That's another debate.
No, but that's the thing, that sometimes you're blinded by the passion, by the artifacts,
by the promise of someone.
Yeah, and you overlook everything that is bad about them, and you're just gonna end up hurt at the end of it.
In any case, it's good to be back. These shows, this show really
It's
brings
so easy
out
to talk about it. Why would just bring up and mix it up trauma every single day?
It's teen drama. In any case, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next 2 episodes right away, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
Yeah, and if you don't, the next one will be out on YouTube
next week.
See you there.
Bye.